What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast.
Oh.
Period.
Ha ha! Snitches get stitches on their motherfucking E's. Yeah. Sorry.
So what's up? Welcome, y'all. Listen, we passed. I don't even want to talk about it. Y'all,
Man,
it was a
listen.
TikTok that said when I'm at the club using my friend ID and the bouncer asked me what the birthday is, and she was like, "Y'all, man, listen, it's."
What? They did me like that at the airport the other day. I was so mad.
What happened?
Man asked me what birthday was on there on my ID. I'm like, what?
Where you come? No. Not you just got an Amazon delivery. So what, right. You was trying to come into the country?
If Omaha, Nebraska is outside the country, then yes.
They said, what you doing out here while black?
No, I'm telling you, whatever. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of recovered. If y'all don't know, if y'all don't follow me on Instagram, which you should. If you're listening, you should. Just telling you. It'll save a lot of the drama, like Trina be saying. Anywho. So I just came off of a 5-day tour. Now, that don't sound like much. It don't sound terrible.
I know, 5-day work week sound like much. So for tour to be...
I just came off a 5-day tour. So in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure other people can agree with me, when you're on a tour, it's better to do a tour bus because you can go to sleep, you can relax, you have more time to just... I know it's other people on the bus, but as far as you have a bed on there, all that is so comfortable and you don't have nothing to worry about. You can take everything you need. Like I can travel with a chair on there, my lighting system, all this type of stuff. So much easier. A plane, when you're doing a tour on a plane and you're not on a private jet, it's the worst. Now I ain't never been on a private jet.
Now when you ain't on a private, okay, Lizzo.
No. I'm saying it for a reason. So we were going to, it was a college tour. So we were going to colleges like Xavier. We went to University of Omaha. We went to University of Pittsburgh, UNC, and University of Pittsburgh. Philadelphia. These are cities that do not have direct flights. So we have to get layovers, okay? So if you were on a private jet, you could just go straight there.
Yeah, okay.
So a place that would normally take about an hour to fly to is taking us 5 because we have a layover, and then our call time to wake up or to be downstairs for the car is 4 a.m. So you have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to take a shower, get dressed, make sure your stuff is in your bag. That's a lot. So I had to wake up at 3 a.m. for the past 5 days. But even before then, I had to wake up at 3 a.m. because the jobs that I booked wanted me to, I had to do that too. So I am deprived of sleep right now. If I sound like I'm talking in circles, please forgive me. But
yeah, I feel you. I always used to wonder why artists did tours on buses, but I never thought about the flight because it seemed like flying should be more convenient. Exactly. But in reality, it's not. Yeah, I never thought about it.
We had to think of, because even for the Philly show, we had a delay. We had a delayed flight. So our flight was delayed. We had a layover. So our first flight was delayed about 30 minutes. And we only had 40 minutes in between the next flight. So we ended up missing that flight. And we had to wait on the next flight, which means we were trying to do glam in the airport because she needed to go straight to the stage from the show, from the airport.
How is that, like doing an artist makeup in the middle of the airport? Was people looking?
I didn't do it. I was like, honestly, I don't take that long. So we can just do makeup at the venue. I can just do it and let's just do it like that.
And I would throw on some tinted moisturizer and some lashes.
But yeah, I mean, that's normal because I remember watching, I watched a YouTube video from Beyonce's makeup artist, Sir John, and he was just saying how Beyonce doesn't like to sit in glam for a long time. So he says that he had to figure out a routine to do for her that will work in 25 minutes. So he does her makeup in 25 minutes, which seems easy because, first of all, Beyonce doesn't wear a lot of eyeshadow and she don't wear lashes. I can do that.
Her makeup, I love how natural her makeup looks.
Sometimes she'll get lashes on, but it'll be very small. But she barely wears any, like, because, you know, us, we're into, like, eyeshadow.
Yeah, I want my junk to look like
you know what I'm
caterpillar.
saying? You want popping eyeshadow. You said a caterpillar, you need to go. Popping eyeshadow. Beyonce don't even fill her eyebrows in. So it's like 25 minutes, baby.
What a great client to have.
Yeah. So he was saying how he had to do makeup on private jets. I've had to do makeup on tour bus when I was with Escape because we was running late. I had to do makeup on tour buses. I've done makeup in the car. One time I did makeup on a picnic table in the park. I literally cut my bright lights on my car and I did that makeup on the picnic table.
Oh, I ain't mad at that though. That's kind of fine.
So you just got to do what you got to do sometimes. So I'm not mad at that. You're like, let's get it done. I ain't gonna never complain about that because my invoice is gonna reflect.
Okay, hello. That's the part we like. But now that's what's up. You had a long week. I had a long week as well, y'all. Great news. I closed on my investment property finally after 60 days, y'all. Now, and that might not sound like a lot, but my very first property ever, y'all, closed in 21 days, 3 weeks. And this property in particular took a lot longer. It just was a little bit more complex. A lot of it was a learning opportunity for myself, knowing the type of mortgages that exist and what's involved with that. And that's cool. It wasn't nothing, you know, it just is what it is. Just be very descriptive up front before you buy a house. Tell them exactly what your plans are, even if you're not sure in the long run, because this wasn't going to be an investment property yet. Anyway, long story short, I'm done. It's mine. And I've been out there a couple of times. I got to go out there this weekend, hopefully, and do some stuff. But I plan on having it listed by middle of May. But just know this gonna be a nice little come up. Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I seen the house. The house is actually nice as hell.
Thank you.
So much space. I mean, the backyard. So my thing is about the couch though.
No, okay. So with the couch that you saw with the flowers, that's gone.
I was about to say you need to sell that to a vintage shop because I know some people.
So those listing pictures is when they still lived in there. None of that. They even took the washer and dryer. So ain't nothing in there but the appliances in the kitchen. The blue sofa and love seat that you probably got to go back and look at the pictures to see that's still there, which is okay. I'm okay with that because it's not really ugly. It's just the blue is nice. It's like a baby blue. But the house is literally move-in ready. Like it's A1. So on my least favorite part is literally the wallpaper in the kitchen. That's it. And I can just paint over that, which I probably won't. I'll probably just get some more wallpaper that's more neutral with the paint and then like a solid wallpaper and then be on about my business. But I'm just gonna go out there to clean it up, install the security system, set up the Wi-Fi, order the washer and dryer. I actually think I got a gas dryer like you. And do you have that yellow connection? Did I already ask you that?
You asked me, it's small. I'll take a picture of it so you can see
I think it is going based off the pictures that I meant to check when I went down there for my final walkthrough. But once I get the wash and dry hook up, I'm gonna order a few little pieces and then we're gonna be good to go. But yeah, I'm ready, man. And as much money as I had to cough up, I'm gonna make that money up back by the end of next year. So I'm feeling.
Listen. And if y'all knew how much money she had to cough up and the fact that she said she's gonna make it by the end of next year, you would.
Let me tell you something. Literally could be student debt free. That's sick.
You would gag on the floor. But honestly though, the fact that you even have that to do that is just commendable.
Thank you so much. A lot of hustling legally. A lot of legal hustling and discipline.
Yeah, I realized that what I used to think was a lot of money is not a lot of money. And me moving to California realized that. I think that my dollar stretched so much in Atlanta.
Really?
Even with paying rent, my dollar just stretched so much. That
and I feel like what you paying is what people paying here.
Yeah, but things are more expensive to do. So it's not even a simple fact of just rent. It's like moving certain things and the fact that, like, the move-in fees are different. Like in Atlanta, when you're moving into an apartment, they pretty much ask for first month rent and the security deposit depending on where you go. In LA, it's 3 times the rent.
You know what? I heard a lot of places in Atlanta doing that. And I don't think that's right
at all.
I mean,
it's 3 times the rent. So they said that it's first month's rent, last month's rent, and a security deposit. A security deposit is your
on top of having 3 times the rent.
Yeah.
So I was there's this lady I follow on TikTok, and she's a investment she's a landlord basically, and she said that she asked for 3 times the rent because of the cost of living in the area. So basically she just wants to make sure that the people that she has renting from her are not house poor. It's pretty much all your money going into the roof over your head, and I think that's a fair analogy. But sometimes you got to stay down for the come up. Let me do that 2 times the rent and keep pushing. Like,
yeah, because like when I left Atlanta, I saved so much money, and I was like, you know what, this is gonna hold me over for a long time.
Dang. And God was like, what define time?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh wow, but I was grateful that I even had it, because in so many situations, if I didn't have it, I was gonna look stupid. So I'm gonna just give you a dollar amount. So in Atlanta, you'll probably spend about $1,800 to move into an apartment, and that's including first month's rent and security deposit. In LA, you'll spend about $6,700.
Jesus.
So
and there's a lot of people who don't have that.
That's what people
I'm trying to talking about how they moved to a new city with $40 to their name.
That's what I'm saying. But here's the thing. I moved straight into a freaking high-rise loft instead of me moving into like a roommate situation, or because they have it here where you can like rent a room out of a house. Like a lot of people do that when they move.
Yeah, like they do in New York.
Yeah, it's the same concept. So a lot of people do that. Now with the 500, you can do that, or you just either sleeping on somebody's couch or something. It's some ways. So for me,
you gotta have a heart of gold to do that, because
yeah. So I mean, I commend people that are that way. I've been scarred so many times on both ends with me staying with people and people staying with me, that I don't think that me being that generous and also me being a roommate of somebody's is not going to happen. So I'm gonna bust my ass so I can get this rent paid.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, because it's and then it's just it's just such a difference on living alone. Like, it's just one of those things that you cannot put a price on. I mean, you can put a price on it. Clearly, that's what they're doing, but it's just a difference in your ability to be yourself, learn yourself, and just create a space that's comfortable for you.
Yeah, but I say all that to say that that's when I realized that money that I thought was a lot of money is not a lot of money. The fact that I came out the pocket almost 7 bands and didn't even have a piece of furniture in this apartment was
and you still furnishing.
Still furnishing. So it's a lot, it's a lot to deal with. But honestly, for me to be 4.5 months in where I am now, I am 100% grateful and comfortable, because I know people that's been living here for a long time and they ain't got the hustle like I got. So they ain't doing what I'm doing. But I will say it's definitely paid off. I feel like I'm my goal every year is to just kind of double what I made the year before. But I feel like the path that I'm on now
is giving that. Period. Well, me too. I'm trying to replace my income from my main job.
And listen, you on the way.
Anyway, okay. Enough about personal finances. You got a Black Business of the Week?
I got a Black Business of the Week. So, backstory before I start. So my Black Business of the Week is AJ Crimson. The makeup line is going to be my Black Business of the Week, but I did want to highlight that because of AJ Crimson. As you know, he recently, well, if you don't know, but he recently passed away. Maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. AJ Crimson was like a huge Black makeup artist, celebrity makeup artist. So he worked with so many people. He was like one of the first celebrity makeup artists that I knew of. Because coming into it, I really didn't see a lot of Black men that were outside of Sam Fine. I didn't see Black men that were like top makeup artists, like on their game. And so AJ Crimson was often in Atlanta. A lot of people knew of him, and so I didn't know him personally. I never met him, but just to know that so many people knew him, that
a lot of people,
I'm like, oh, okay. But I remember one of my highlights of like when I felt like, okay, I really made it, was when I did LaToya Luckett's makeup, because that was his best friend, and he used to do her makeup like for everything. I mean, for the last 10 years. I think she said like 10, or actually it was longer than that. I don't know. But he's been doing her makeup for a long time. That was her really close friend. And I remember I had the opportunity to do her for a show, and I ended up doing her like 3 times after that. But I in my head, that's all I can think about. Like, dang, I got the same client as AJ Crimson. I know I'm in the game now.
Period.
Like,
now, does he have products as well?
Yeah, that's what my Black-owned business is
okay.
makeup brand. So he has a makeup brand that's been out. I mean, been out. I mean, like 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And so what I appreciated about his brand was that he came out. I think the thing about makeup and cosmetics is that people try to look for things that are affordable or that are consumer friendly or whatever, but it was never like a brand that catered to luxury makeup that was Black owned that I knew of at the time. And so when his came out, that's what it was. It was a luxury makeup brand. It was not cheap, and the products performed well, and it was user friendly, and it was artist friendly. He came out with some formulas that no other brand had. Like, he had like cream makeup that came in a palette that can be used for foundation. It can be used for contouring, anything. He was like one of the first people to do that. But it's a full makeup brand. Like, he has that. He has skincare. He has brushes, which are like top of the line brushes. Lip products, of course. I mean, you name it, it's there, and the products are good. The products are amazing. Like, I feel like anything that performs well on camera and is healthy for your skin is what makes a brand luxury to me. And
I hope that his brand can continue, in his legacy. Because I always think about stuff like that. I mean, obviously, if it's a small business, and typically people are the company, you know what I'm saying? But you have a great product, that's a great way to, become in, what is it called when you live forever? You know what I'm talking? Never mind. I'm sounding stupid.
No, you're not.
No, rest in peace to him. I saw a lot of people post about. I mean, I'm sure I've heard of him before, but obviously I'm not, because Draco only taught me how to do makeup once I hit my 30s. I didn't really know a lot about makeup.
Here we go.
So I don't know a lot about different makeup artists. You know what I'm saying? I only know Draco and people he posts and stuff like that, because he didn't allow me to know about makeup until I was in my 30s.
Oh yeah, AJ Crimson was like that man. Like, so he worked with Fergie and Hillary Duff, Regina King.
Oh wow, what a broad clientele.
Yeah, that was the thing too, because you didn't see a lot of Black men working with a whole spectrum of women. Like, it's always, I mean, if I'm being honest, it's always more Hispanic makeup artists that are just dominating the industry of I hate the term celebrity makeup, but I mean, that's what it is. Like, TV, I call it TV.
Yeah, they're visible though.
Yeah, like that, on that tier of clientele, it wasn't a lot of Black artists. It was more so white, and it was more so Hispanic or Latina, all those different people. But him and Sam Fine, baby, and Pat McGrath too. So we didn't have a lot of Black people, even Black men, because there are a lot of women in the beauty industry that work on that level. And I don't know. I always feel like in those things it's so crazy, because a lot of Black creatives and Black artists, they create so many trends and they create so many moments for people to mimic and kind of change the culture, that it should have been more. And I don't like that, because I feel like it roots in just, I don't know where it comes from, but in any industry, I feel like Black gay men are always just knocked to the bottom.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
You're paving the way as well. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But that's just my point. That's the point I was making too. Like, that's inspiring me to be that. So, hopefully one day I can get.
You inspire me to do makeup after 30. I'm gonna let it go though.
Please.
First of all, the way the sun is reflected off of your earplugs is it's giving put it on the make them wanna marry me.
Hey, yeah.
All right. So let's get into tweets from the streets. Now, this is not really a big deal, I guess. It's just something that annoys me. I feel like people have, I know we the old folks now, right? So just like when we were growing up, if we got onto a trend or if we wore certain clothes, our parents would be like, oh, that's old. It ain't nothing, but we did that. It's history repeating itself. But I really don't like what people are doing with the word face card. I really hate the face card never declines movement. I don't think people know what face card mean, and it's bothering me. Have you noticed this? Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't think I ever even thought of it that way because face cards usually mean like people know who you are, right?
Exactly. So this is a picture that I'm talking about. It's Kyla Pratt, and it says face card never declined in her entire life, and they're saying that she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But that's not what face card mean. Like it's basically like, listen, you get respect around here. You popular, we like you, so you just show up and you get what you want. All I'm saying is y'all need to bring back the real face cards. That's all. I don't like that. Because what you talking about? That's all. That's my tweets from the streets.
You dig too deep.
I don't care. I don't like that. And what you just tagged me and distracted me.
I didn't even think of that. Like,
well,
what was that?
Not y'all. That's the water back on. Well, that's a nice picture.
Never even got back to that, but long story short.
Well, they didn't know we wasn't recording yet.
Long story short. Oh, well, I ain't finna get into long story. I'm just gonna say long story short. Long story short, I woke up, my water wasn't working in the building, and I decided I was like, I'm gonna wait it out to see if it'll come back on. About 2:00 and then come back on. And I don't be wanting to leave the house without showering. So I'm like, you know what? I might just boil some water because the cold water was working, the warm water wasn't coming on at all. And so I just boiled like 3 pots of water and made a bath. And as soon as I got out of the tub, it was working. I checked before I got in the tub. I checked. Wasn't working. As soon as I got out, it was working again. So, like, I was so mad. I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm clean now, but still.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of those problems over here in my neighborhood. So, we've been having a lot of like sewage problems, and so at first we would just wake up and there's no water or whatever the case is, and they wouldn't tell nobody. So obviously that's annoying because people want to take showers, clearly, brush their teeth, clearly. But now they went off on an HOA at our HOA meeting, and now they sent us an email. So thank you.
Yeah, we don't have an HOA because this is a rented.
Y'all got a leasing office?
Yeah, we was when I went down there, I was down there, and luckily I had some Karens down there with me, so they had escalated it. You know, this was the one time Karens actually worked in my favor. These weren't like regular Karens; these were like people from different countries, so they were going ham. Like they was just I'm talking about. It went for all I came down. I just want to bathe. Like, fix the water, please. Like, I just want to get in the shower. These folks was talking about the pool area being dirty. They was like, y'all need to clean the pool. Y'all need to do this.
They went on the list. They said, and while I'm down here.
They was waiting to talk to somebody. I was like, and I stood right there the whole time and agreed. I was like, yep. Yes.
Mind you, I ain't about the laundry room.
I ain't been home in a week. Now, they do need to do something about their laundry room too, though, because I tried to use the dryers down there, and somebody must have like they got like a hairy ass dog, and it was fucking dog hair all over my clothes.
Oh no, ma'am!
And it was stank. It smelled like a dog. I'm like, did y'all wash the clothes?
Yeah, they need to. That's disgusting, and they probably haven't cleaned the lint trap either. Ew, that's disgusting. Okay,
so I don't go there no more. I ain't going no more.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's move on to shop talk though.
Okay. So shop talk. What you got? Because
first things first. Thanks to my braider Iris, she had me watching Bad Boys on Zeus Network, and I can't even get my thoughts together. So I started watching the show. I felt like it was interesting and it was a little funny. So I'm like, okay. Now I took a liking to Kerrion Franklin, who's Kurt Franklin, Mr. Kurt Franklin's son. He seems cool. I'm like, okay, I knew him for antics before this. So I'm like, okay, I like how he's standing his own or whatever. Because they was coming at him by his sexuality. And I kind of understood why they were asking, but they also were going about it the absolutely wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, once I got caught up on all the episodes, I go over to Neighborhood Talk. And he done been arrested because he's driving the car of a woman who was missing and reportedly dead.
Yep.
And so this is in Beverly Hills. I don't know what happened, but this is very suspicious because how do you have this person's car and why do you have it?
He said that he bought it from somebody, which could that could be true.
That could be true. I didn't know he said that. Okay.
So he said that they had like a phone conversation with him. He was just saying like he's innocent. He don't have nothing to do with what's going on. He said the lady is alive. Apparently they found her or something, and that he bought that car from somebody, and he didn't know the ties that it had to the car.
Well, did he have a tag? Like what was?
I don't know.
This must have been a very specific car.
That's what I'm saying. So,
well, I'm glad to hear that because. It's sometimes I feel like not that he's like a celebrity, I guess he can be, but like sometimes we get introduced to new artists, like let's say Pooh Shiesty or even Lil Baby at one point, and they always end up in some criminal activity, or JT when we get to know them, and it's like, dang, this was their opportunity to kind of clean stuff up, and this happened. I'm like, dang, Kerrion, like we know him for the we knew him before the call he had with his daddy, but that really put his name in front of our faces. So when we saw he was on this show, it's like, oh boy, here you go. But I actually like him. So anyway, I hope he is innocent because that is a very wild situation to be tied up in. It's like, Jesus Christ, can't catch a break.
Yeah. I'll be feeling bad for him. I feel like he does have a lot of stuff going on. And shame on his family for making him, because if I'm not mistaken, I think that he says that he has a lot of trauma because his family wouldn't accept his lifestyle or something.
Is that why? Is that what it is? Because I didn't understand the story on why his relationship with his daddy was the way that it was.
Yeah, but shame on, if that's the case, shame on them, because ain't you addicted to porn? So much shit that this is why I don't. Let me tell you something. I know God and God knows me. That's all I need to know. I have my personal relationship with God. I do what I do. I talk to God. God talk to me. But I can't with the. I ain't gonna say he a false prophet, but it's a lot of them out here that people just be putting. And Dr. Sebi is one of them, too. But that's a whole nother. So we ain't gonna get on that.
Okay, let's move on.
I'm gonna move on.
What you got for shop talk?
I'm just saying, like, I don't like that. There's stuff that be making me mad.
Yeah, I agree. And I remember seeing recently that Gerard Carmichael went through the same issue. Once he came out to his mother, their relationship got, I just think it's really childish, ignorant, and foolish, especially in the year of 2022, to be abandoning anybody for their sexual preferences. It's literally, I'm not having sex with you. I just want you to not be surprised when the person I am having sex come to the cookout. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, okay.
So what I got for shop talk is I think the last time we talked, we were talking about Ari and Taina's relationship, or the situation that happened online with her son, her G Herbo's son, and they had a big falling out over that, and even before that, she was just saying how, like, trying to paint G Herbo as a bad father by liking some tweets about people saying like, oh, y'all just be saying that y'all just love the fact that G Herbo's with Taina. You don't even know if he's a good father or this.
I hate them kind of fans. Like, you don't even know nothing. You don't know nothing.
And of course, Ari being messy, she just gonna went in and liked it. So it kind of made it seem like what they were saying was true.
Right.
So this past week, it was your son's birthday party. And it
was their son. Of
course, yeah, their son.
I know.
Oh my God. So they ended up. Of course, G Herbo was there. I mean, that's his dad. I expect him to be there and be present, and he have the birthday. But I noticed that Ari and Herbo were actually being like friends with each other. Like they missed each other. I read it. I don't know if I was reading too deep, but they was playing like board games with each other. They was racing, and I don't know. I do feel like having a healthy relationship in front of your kids, even though y'all not together, that's cool.
Yeah, it's very necessary.
I probably would have been like,
then your parents won't be arguing at your 8th grade graduation in the parking lot at a church.
That was too specific.
Sorry, trauma.
And I was there. We graduated together. Wait. Okay.
This was when we was leaving. It was over. And my daddy, who I don't think it's not necessary. I have a great relationship with my father now. It wasn't his fault though. The situation that broke out was not his fault. I'm gonna say that.
Wow. I learn something new every day. But yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like they was a little too comfortable with each other. And after 2 days before that, they was just arguing and doing a lot online.
Yeah, I hate this. I know people have the right. Okay, you know, obviously the situation with your son Taina, Ari, you know, with the potential alleged abuse that happened. I hate that something like that made it to the internet. I don't know. I just don't, because I feel like, you know how people be in a relationship and they might go through something and they tell their friends or they tell their family, and then that person end up working it out with their partner, but your friends and family hate them now. And it don't matter what you say because you already told them this bad thing they did to you. So I feel like people should look at social media antics that same way, because why bring that to the forefront? Because maybe it could have been misunderstanding, or maybe something else could have happened. We don't know, but it shouldn't be left in the hands of the public to have these assumptions while y'all in the background working it out.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry. I keep looking around because it sounds like somebody throwing rocks at my window.
It's probably bumblebees running to the window because I'm having that same problem. Or birds. Or ice. It is global warming.
It's hot outside.
What?
But that don't mean nothing. You're right. But yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I don't like to comment on people's parenting because I don't have kids of my own. And even if I did, it's not my place to say that. But I do think that that's just a lie. Like, I don't know. It just seems like unnecessary drama over there for no reason.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like that. What I tell y'all every week, stop having these men's babies because they wouldn't even have this problem. I'd be right. Anyway, okay. Next up, so recently, Wiz Khalifa has been very intentionally heavy on intentional, all caps, bold, underscore, italicized, posting pictures of him or videos of him in that clearly shows his genital print. Okay, very
showing
obvious.
That meat. She ain't want to say it like that, but he
like, it's literally one of those things where you don't even gotta be trying to look. It's no way around it. Okay.
Yeah.
And so he's been doing this for a while. He even did it way before, up until this last recent week or whatever the case is. But Gilly the Kid, now I know Gilly the Kid from his podcast, but I know he is affiliated with the streets of Philly. He did some time, etc. So I don't know nothing about all that, but I just want y'all to know that I know him from his podcast, the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Okay, cool. So he basically made a video like, listen, man, I love Wiz. I love my boy, one of my favorite rappers. I love the song, blah, 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 blah. But I had to unfollow him because of these pictures of these videos, but it was clearly a joke. Okay. Clearly a joke. I don't feel like he said anything wrong because everybody who saw Wiz Khalifa's post was saying the same thing. Like we could see his wee-wee. Okay.
Yeah.
And so basically, shortly after that, Wiz Khalifa made a video saying, basically subliminally dissing anybody that had a problem with his thirst traps, basically. Saying that they were the type of people that made fun of people that read out loud, made fun of people that was smart. It was clear that Wiz Khalifa took it very personally and was offended by Gilly the Kid making this video that was clearly a joke. And then shortly after that, Gilly the Kid's Instagram is taken down. And so he basically said,
I think that's why Wiz made the video, right? Because the page was taken down, he blamed Wiz.
Well, Wiz made the video first, and then Gilly's page was taken down, and then Gilly said that Wiz DM'd him talking about he could help him get it back. Gilly said that he thinks that Wiz reported his page for bullying. But that seems consistent because of the video that Wiz made, because it's like clearly he was offended by what Gilly said. I don't know. I feel like Wiz took it a little too personal.
Oh, I didn't even think about it like that. But Yeah, I think it probably was the internet. The internet is just terrible. If everybody agree on something, if everybody agree that they don't like something that somebody said, then
but people respect Gilly the Kid like he's a Wiz, you know what you doing. You know you was doing it.
Yeah.
So what's the issue?
I don't know.
Why would somebody who like I would not follow, I have friends who, post seductive pictures, I guess, and I always cringe when I swipe past they post or they story because I don't want to see that. It's uncomfortable. But I'm gonna keep following you because you're my friend, I guess. But a lot of people I mute because I get tired of seeing it. A lot of my stripper friends, I have muted them. I'm sorry. I respect the hustle, but I don't want to see a naked woman. I don't. So, I wouldn't go as far as making a video and saying it, but these are two visible creators, who kind of they kind of market off their likeness, especially somebody like Gilly the Kid. He literally has made a career of his opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Wiz Khalifa was doing too much. I'm sorry. He'll definitely be setting thirst traps with them goddamn videos. Like, bro, come on. That John was swiping the screen on my phone.
See ya.
That's exactly the name of the episode. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Because I'll be listening to the podcast. They be like, we're gonna name the podcast that, and then the podcast be called something else.
See ya. I love it. I ain't mad at it, so I ain't gonna. I'm just here to be honest. I'm telling my truth. Wiz, good work, my boy.
Okay. Anyway, you got anything else you want to add?
I sure effing do. We can make this the last one.
Okay.
But yeah. So, anywho, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the news. So there is a situation where a popular they keep trying to cover it up as like a TikTok couple, but these were OnlyFans people, baby.
So that what it was. I wasn't sure because I had never seen him on TikTok, but I also don't follow a couple pages. I used to follow DK4L, but to see where that got me. So
yeah. So Courtney Taylor and Christian O, because I don't know how to say his last name. I think it's like African, but apparently she killed him. She was in jail for a night and got out. And so
I didn't even know she actually went to jail.
Yeah, she ended up going to jail because that was the whole thing. That was like, how did she make bail or get out of jail the next day? And for me, the first thing I said was they must have either she must have acted in self-defense because usually that's what happens. They must have been able to prove it. But I think in this situation, since they are an interracial couple, people just automatically assume like, oh, she's a white girl. She killed a black man for whatever reason, and boom.
Can we also clarify that she stabbed him several times? Like that was how she killed him. She stabbed him numerous times.
Yeah, she stabbed him. Now, let me make clear that I'm not here to take up for this lady. I don't know her or nothing like that, but I do know that this is a lot of different sides to the story, or to any story in that matter. So you just never know. So I don't want to point the finger at her as like, oh, baby, you did this for a reason. But ain't no telling what he did to her or if he did something to her,
Yeah, I was reading that there had been a lot of cases of domestic violence and she had called the police on him several times.
See, look. So
including a neighbor saying that they saw like them being in disputes.
And yeah, so I do feel like something happened, but I think that people attacking her in public because of that is really insane. Because I've been saying, I don't know. I get that people get invested in these cases and stuff like that, but going up to people and like slamming your phone in their face over some allegations and stuff like that and just saying crazy stuff posting online, I think that is insane.
Can you get some context?
So people were like, they would run into her. They ended up running into her with her dad. They were at a hotel and somebody had like saw her in the lobby and she was just sitting there. They came up to her and was like throwing their phone in her face like, oh, this bitch needs to go to fucking jail. And
I did see that video. I also feel like she shouldn't have been down there, but I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I do think she probably need to go sit her behind down somewhere because nobody really knows what happened. And, that don't mean live your life in fear or just not go in public. But at the same time, it's
you also don't have to be at the bar at a hotel. So no offense. I just feel, all right, never mind. I'm going to keep my mouth closed.
What? I'm like, why she can't go to the bar at the hotel?
Because she just killed her boyfriend.
I mean, well, I don't know. I ain't never killed nobody, so I don't know what you do after you kill people. So
You're right. What you think about people pulling up his old tweets, basically like dissing black women?
I think that's a sensitive subject because we deal with that a lot, especially unfortunately with interracial relationships. And I think that's everybody's problem with it. It's the fact that most of the guys or majority of the guys who do date white girls or date outside their race, that they usually talk down on their own. And that's a problem. So I think that people are just irate, and I think that they have every right to be, because it's just like, the shit that he was saying, it was stupid as hell. It's like, why would you say some shit like that? Yeah. And clearly, and I'm not saying that white women are weak, but they don't have, a lot of white women don't have like the assertiveness and the like they don't have the ability to lead as well as black women, in my opinion.
Just that lady I had posted on my Instagram stories.
Hello, big business.
Big business. I'm scared of her.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like black men sometimes can't have that because they feel like they granddaddies and they uncles, and that you have to date a woman that's a yes man and has to cater to her man, clean her house, do this, stuff that we were taught growing up, that they don't want to unlearn because they don't want to be responsible for their actions, in my opinion. And they just take the low road and go that route. But that's just me. That's what I think that the reason why they do that for the most part. But I do feel like it was lame as hell. I feel like that has nothing to do with the case, though.
No, I agree. I think it's very weird that people go and seek out tweets. That's never the first thought in my mind. But people do it, and it's unfortunate. It doesn't mean he deserved to get killed, or that him being killed wasn't extreme or harsh, no matter what the story is. You know what I'm saying? I hope it really was self-defense.
Yes.
But I just, I always think about this when it comes to stabbing, man. It's one thing, not that it's one thing, but I'm just trying to create an analogy. Like when people get shot, it's pretty much on impact. You shoot somebody, that it can take one bullet to take them out. But to stab somebody, the effort that's necessary to do it so many times back to back, it's like rage. You know what I mean? So I really do hope it was self-defense, man. And I mean, unfortunately, he's not here to defend himself. And because she has white tears, she could possibly get away with it no matter how the story unfolded.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And that's the fucked up part too, that has most people angry too, because it's like, whether she did it in act of self-defense or not, she's gonna walk away with this with a slap on the wrist. So, and I think that's just the fucked up part about it.
Especially because there's proof that she called the police on him before. It's going to be an open and closed case. It's not, it's unfortunate. I really, seriously, man, I have come to learn that so many people are in domestically violent relationships. It's not okay, man. People like, not saying that this applies to this couple, but people love saying that they're in a toxic relationship. They love toxicity. And it's just wild to think that it's okay to be treated like that. Like it's just too bad. Yeah. Also love a black woman for infinity to infinity. Okay.
Hello.
Hey Hazel, you can?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't F with stuff like that. This is why I just kind of like stray away from those type of things when it comes to other races. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't date outside my race, because I've dated outside of my race before, but it's always, and this is just, I mean, me being honest, I just always feel, a little skeptical about it, because I just never know their true intentions.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know true intentions with black men, but at least I know that we can kind of relate to each other on a lot of things, and I feel like they can kind of understand me depending on where they grew up or their situation, because not everybody is the same. But I think I just am more comfortable.
Yeah, but there's, even if you didn't grow up in the same environment, there's still some alignment amongst black people in general.
Yeah. Unless you're Stacey Dash.
She started off being aligned.
Yeah,
then she got out of line.
I think what be happening. I told this to my friend yesterday. I said that when people be taking drugs or doing certain drugs, I think that it unlocks mental illnesses that weren't present before.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, it is. So sometimes people can have one bad experiment and it really ruins everything.
Yeah, I have a friend like that
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, one, that's why I don't touch it. Anything I get, my little weed and stuff, I don't buy from people. I buy from a dispensary because no ma'am. Y'all ain't finna goop me into smoking Cocoa Puffs. So
no. Well, I don't have a topic for this week's episode. I did want to just chit chat, just random, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you have any things that you are working on, you desire right now? Like, what is going on in your life?
Okay, so I have a lot. I'm a manifester and a prayer. I had to say that like that because I know a lot of folks be like, I don't like how y'all replace praying with manifesting. Baby, it's the same thing. So I am manifesting just a successful career. I mean, that's just something that I and not to say that I'm not successful now, but it's a certain way that I want to live life and I want my life to be. And I just really want to make sure that I'm on the path to that. And what else? I'm manifesting a new car. I've decided that I decided that I don't want my car anymore. So before I moved here, I was very adamant on keeping my Corolla. I'm like, I'm keeping that. I don't care what nobody say. Whatever. I'm taking a humble route. Oh well. I'm also taking a cheap route. Oh well. But whenever you do take the cheap route, you get cheap results. So me living in California. Sometimes. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with my car. That's why I don't care about I don't care about keeping it. However, I do feel like I deserve something nicer and I need something nicer because these hills and curves are gonna end up fucking my shit up. Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now my car not acting crazy, but I'm noticing that I need oil changes more frequently and just because of where I'm at, So I'm like, I need to get a car that's like gas efficient. Yeah, I need a bigger car. I need a truck. And then I need something that's electric or that is at least a hybrid. But I heard that hybrids only, it's not even that big of a deal. Like you can, whatever.
You mean like the ones that's gas and battery powered?
Yeah.
What you mean?
One of my friends, maybe an older car thing when they first started doing it, but I know my friend's mom was saying that the electric part of her car only holds up to like 50 miles.
Really?
Or something like it was like 100 miles. It was something real crazy like that. I'm like, girl, I want that. So that's why I said the hybrid car.
I feel you. I guess that's good if you run out of gas or something. You know what I'm saying? And you just
that's what it sounds like. It's
but that's lame. What's the point of that 50 miles? That won't even get me from here to the Quick Trip to get the gas.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just been thinking about just cost efficiency. It would just make more sense to get a car that is not gas operated because I spend. So before when I was in Atlanta, I would probably spend about $40 every 2 weeks on gas. And here I spend $50 every 3 days.
Dang, yeah, I spend about $40 every 2 weeks also. Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, I spend like $50 on gas every 3 days. And then like the gas just run out so fast. And then on top of that gas, $7.
Yeah, you need to get up out of that car. Get you a little Model 3 that's got a big old hatchback trunk.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna get, a Tesla.
Yeah, you got is it gonna be sufficient? You got good access to charging where you live?
Yeah, I live downtown. We have a
Oh, you in California? Of course, there's charging.
Yeah, like it's charging everywhere over here, so I can do that. That's not an issue. I just need to get the car. So I'm manifesting that. I really want to get better at my content, my Instagram content, because I do want to get like videos out, YouTube. I even want to vlog. I live a really fun life and I live a crazy life, but I don't think that people know enough about it. So I really need to like vlog my experiences and stuff like
I
that.
definitely think you need to, and I think you, like you said, you have some really cool content that could really make you establish. I'm a team TikTok. I love a good day in the life video. I think once you get a good the aesthetic you like and get you a good little system, you'll be good.
Yeah, so I do want to work on that. And lastly, I'm just trying to get healthy overall. Like I'm getting older. I turned 33 in a month, and so
That's crazy. Now we in our 30s.
I'm here for it. Actually, I
Now we was
honestly
9 years old when we met.
No, we really was. But I actually am enjoying my 30s, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I feel great. My 20s was a lot of struggling. It was a lot of finding myself. It was a lot of just trial and error. And I feel like now I kind of got a grip on life. I know how to save money. I know how to use my money in the right way. I'm able to actually live a life that I used to have to, that I wasn't even living half of this when I was stealing stuff.
Oh my God. Every time you mention it, I just be like,
Yeah, I mean, because it's insane. I can't even believe that was me. Like that happened to but
listen, but you turned it around. That's why I don't like excuses. Not from you, because you don't make them, but I'm saying people in general.
Yeah. So is this so healthy? I'm trying to be healthy. I do want to establish a relationship with the gym. So I want to start that as early as tomorrow. I do want to eat better. I want to cut out a lot of, I've been eating crazy. I've been eating a lot of barbecue and beef and so much stuff. So I do want to cut all that out and just kind of watch what I eat and just make sure I'm up on my vitamins and my supplements just so I can make sure that my body is doing what it needs to do. Because me doing that little 5-day thing, I actually held up nice. But not everybody, everybody ain't able to do stuff like that, especially with flying a lot. You just have to make sure you stay hydrated because that flying is so harsh on your body. And I caught 11 planes in 5 days, y'all.
Yeah, that's wild. And as much as I hate 11. The takeoff part, I can't imagine doing 11 of them.
11.
Was you in first class?
So these were small planes. So whether I was in first class or not,
it didn't matter.
No difference. Yeah. And then when I finally got back to a big plane, when I was coming back from Pittsburgh, I landed in Atlanta. The plane was so full, I was in the back. It was so many people on there that had diamond medallion status. And they said,
"Because you coming to Atlanta, baby, who ain't flying? We at the heart of Delta."
They said, "Baby, you in that platinum medallion status, go ahead and sit to the back for me, boo." And while you at it, middle seat.
Oh, no, ma'am.
5 hours, middle seat.
I'm trying to think, have I ever had a middle seat flight? I don't think I have.
Man, that is the worst, especially when you Amazon like my ass. Luckily, the lady and the guy who I was sitting next to, they were so small, so whatever. But usually when I had a middle seat, it's always another like person that's bigger. And I mean, we sweating because shoulders is touching. It just be just too much. I
miss flying. I want to fly. I think I might be going to Dallas soon. One of my friends is moving there, and I have a friend per se that lives there. So I figured, hey, I'm gonna come see both of y'all. But speaking of my friend moving to Dallas, I have revisited the idea of leaving Atlanta. I know I've talked about it before.
Okay.
My main thing is where, I'm really, keen on being around Black people. But what I think what will work for me is being in a very diverse area. But I also don't know where that is as far as my
Your mic came out because it definitely sounded like it.
Okay. Yeah, so I just don't want to lose the Blackness, man. And I know I'm spoiled being in Atlanta, and I probably won't ever match this anywhere else, or unless I go to like Houston or something like that, which I don't prefer. But it seems like my two best options for states are the worst two states, Texas and Florida.
Yeah, honestly, because I mean, realistically, especially because I travel a lot and I go to different places, I realize that we are spoiled by being from Atlanta, because nowhere has really, like, even in Chicago, they grew up with other people in the hood.
Yeah,
it's us. It's
and
us.
LA, yeah.
LA too, and it's almost like weird to them that we didn't grow up with and have diversity. I think that was one of the main reasons I moved too, because I'm not 100% comfortable around certain races. I hope they don't sound bad.
No, I know what you mean, because we don't, and that's the problem though with the South though. Because of that, we have
it's like we don't know. We don't know. We don't even know how to really. Like I even catch myself like, I even catch myself like in a room full of like wealthy white people. I be having my face down, and I think that's just like something that is just second nature to me. Like, oh my god, like I don't even belong here. Yes, you do. Stand up.
Right, stand up. You weaken the knees. I get it though. I know exactly what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
And we always talk about code switching and how we have to kind of put on a different act, and we probably don't necessarily have to, but because of the environment that we grew up in, we were made to believe that was the case, and so it's just hard to be genuine. And that's my biggest thing. So I just want to be able to make friends. I don't need a group of friends, but I do want some homegirls. You know what I'm saying, that I can meet genuinely. But the thing is, I've always met some of my best friends at work, so it's like I don't want to work in person no more. So how am I gonna do that? So I don't know. I'm ready to make the move. I love Atlanta so much, but I got to go. I just made an accidental scroll on ATL Scoop the other day, and I was like, that'll do it. You do not have to worry about
me. Yeah. I don't know. I've been wanting to leave Atlanta since I was like 21, child. So it was no doubt in my mind that I was gonna get up out of there one way or another.
Yeah,
I feel it.
I think I'm just gonna buy me a little piece of land so I can own a piece of Atlanta, then I'll leave. I just want to own it.
Yeah, same. I think ultimately I would love to own a home in Atlanta, but as of yesterday, I think I'm not necessarily ready to let Atlanta go, but I think that has changed because I'm like, I really want to buy a house in the upcoming years, but where? And so I know that I would love a home in California just because I love it here so much. Like I really love it. I want to like a house in a valley or something where I can have a like grow my own food, just something similar to what Khalees is doing, because I'm really inspired by like her journey and like what she's doing. I really feel like it maybe was inspired by her husband, who just recently passed from cancer, but I know he was dealing with that for a long time. But she is big on eating things that she grows, like whether it's meat or not. She just her cattle on her farm, her animals, everything, she raised them, she grew them, so she know what is going in and out her body. And I respect that. Like I like that. I like the fact that she has took the time out to even research it and learn how to do that, because that lady is really a farmer. Like I'll be looking at her post gagging. So I want to do that, but realistically though, I kind of want to get a house in Texas. I just don't like their government, and I don't like the fact that they be having hurricanes.
Yes, and guns. But hold on right quick. I'm sorry, I gotta take Hazel out. But I don't want her to pee on the floor. I'm sorry. Give me 5 seconds. Sorry about that, child. She was making a fuss, and I was scared she was gonna pee on the floor. But I think for me, I want the home, the physical home that I truly want, without sacrificing where it is, and that is the dilemma, because I don't want to spend 2, 3, 4, 5. If it comes down to it, sure, if it's a really nice home, but I feel like the closer I get to wealth, the further away it becomes to obtain the things that I desire.
Yeah.
And so, not that I'm in a rush necessarily, but I'm 33 years old. I'm grown. I'm very grown. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, young girl.
And so I don't know. That's my biggest thing. I want to be, I'm a city girl, not JT and Young Miami, but I'm from the city. I'm not a country girl whatsoever, but I can live in a smaller city. Like I love where I live now, but it is also very expensive, and it's still pretty much Atlanta. So I just, I know that you can't avoid crime and all the other stuff, but I just don't want to feel like I can't go certain places and do certain things. It's just not a cool feeling. Y'all know what I've been through. I had my little PTSD thing, and it's not fair for me to kind of try to adapt to that if I don't have to. So I don't know, y'all. Tell me where to move. I've been looking. And if I can, if my landlord movement works out well, I can sell my current condo, use the income from my investment property, and really make a nice abode for myself. But it's just like, where is that? So I don't know. Like Texas is not off the table, but again, I don't love the government there, and I don't love the government in Georgia either. But it's like, dang, why y'all always in the news for being racist?
Yeah,
and
that's
homophobic.
that's where I'm at with it. My only other choice besides Texas would be Arizona.
Yes, I definitely have thought about Arizona. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not even opposed to Vegas either. But it's like, where are the blacks?
Yeah.
And I want black people like me because
There's a
when I
lot of
lived in the
black
Bay
people in
Area,
Phoenix, though, surprisingly.
yeah, I mean,
I'm not going to the Bay Area. No, ma'am.
I was very out of place in the Bay. I didn't make any friends. If it wasn't for my friends that did the internship when I did it, I wouldn't have had no friends out there. I mean, literally.
But see, the Bay Area is very different, though, because you were in what, San Francisco?
I was in San Jose, Cupertino. I was in the whitest part.
I was about to say that's probably
Silicon
why,
Valley.
though. That's probably why, because people think LA is like that, and it's not at all.
Yeah, and so
LA is nowhere near that. It's two different vibes. It's two because here, LA is so diverse because there's so many black people. There's so many different people in general, and the thing is, a lot of those people kind of grew up with similar struggles, so they can relate a lot. That's where the comfortability comes from, because like you get where I'm coming from. Like you really had to struggle living here, or like it was just their scenery and their struggle was different from ours. Mm-hmm. So it's, it's not as bad, but
yeah, and I just don't. And I also felt like even amongst other black people in the Bay, I had to code switch because they was right away judgy about how quote unquote ghetto I was, and whatever that happened wherever you go. But I don't want to be friends with y'all now. I feel like I gotta be filtering myself down so I don't, I don't want to hear that. Mm. But I know that there are more skin folks in San Francisco and Oakland, but San Francisco was at least an hour and 15 minutes away. So that's like a whole different, it's not even close. So I don't know, y'all. I want to live somewhere. And I think the best place for me, as I said before, is DC, but I will lose money moving to DC.
Yeah.
So it's like,
no shade to DC, but I don't work in the medical field.
You say you on who?
I don't work in the medical field, so I won't be going.
You mean the government?
That too. So,
but yeah, man. So I don't know. I'm ready to uproot myself, but I also want to Atlanta will always be home. I just need to find out what that match is. That's all. And, once I figure that out, I'll make the shuffle. Maybe I should just travel to different cities and just stay there for about a week and just go around doing stuff, I don't know.
Yeah. It ain't really a lot of places in America to go to. So I say
I might as well just go to Iceland.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right though. It's like I just gotta, I don't know, y'all. Help me out. Anyways.
I had left out something. My birthday is coming up, y'all, in 1 month. So I've been thinking about what I want to do. I'm definitely going to celebrate in California. I know my older niece is coming. I don't know about nobody else, but
have a nephew come out though?
No, he said he was coming, but he never came. TT bought the ticket. She sent it to me. She bought the ticket and everything.
Oh, so period. One thing about TT, she gonna book that ticket.
Yeah, she love a flight.
Period. One thing about TT, she gonna get on a flight.
Yeah. So I don't know. I have so many options that I want to do. But I do know that I want to go to Mexico. I kind of want to drive to Mexico and go to this retreat thing that I've seen. I'm going to send it to you.
Retreat or resort?
That's what I meant. But it's so sickening though. Like the way, oh my God. Let me show you.
I bet I've seen it
before. But I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. I know that I want to go to dinner, but I don't want people to have to fly here just to go to dinner. So I've been trying to find something. I don't know how people feel about winery, because I know it's a few wineries I have.
You can go up to what's the valley? Napa Valley.
Napa
that's
Valley.
In the Bay. Well, not in the Bay.
That's gonna be like a 6-hour drive.
So,
I'm not doing that. Mexico is only an hour and a half away.
Yeah, sound about right.
So I can do that, but this is where I want to go. This is the exact hotel that I want to stay at. And what's so crazy is I got this idea from the boy who I spoke about on previous podcast episode that we did, when I was telling you about the guy who told his therapist about me and ended up blocking me on everything.
What's up with him?
He went here. Oh, girl, I seen him yesterday. He lived by me. I ain't seen him since I moved here. But I was in the car. He was walking. We literally lived 2 streets over, but he was walking from the store or something. I ain't care.
Period.
They ain't had nothing to do with me.
You gonna tell his therapist he looked me in the eyes and looked at me like I was dirt.
This is it right here. This is his video I sent you too, so you can see like the vibe. But it's giving massage, it's giving dinner.
I know that now. I've seen his name before. I think this solo traveler I follow went here. Dang, this video is fire. You could definitely do some of these.
But yeah. This is where I want to go by myself.
What city is this?
It is in
Bob. Oh, wait, it's in California?
So Baja Sur, California Sur is Mexico, California border.
Okay, okay. I'm looking at I'm opening the map now. Oh,
so
Puerto Vallarta. Let me stop.
That's what Cabo is at too. But not on that part though. But it's Sur, California.
Oh, I see. But it's not. It is kind of far from the border, but it's not like. Okay, it's not far, but I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, this is beautiful.
I want to do that, but I would do that by myself. I don't want no distractions. Maybe one person just to be safe. Because I do want to do like a bike ride. I don't never do that. Like every time I go on a trip like that, I always go ATV, and I'm tired of that.
Oh, yeah, I am too. I don't want to do that ever. I mean, I'll do it again, but it's such a typical thing to do.
Yeah, let me do a bike ride or something. Like, let me just relax. Let me get a massage. Like, I never relax on vacations, and that's what it's for. I think I'll be so there for like the activities and stuff that I never have time to relax.
Speaking of massages, you been hearing about this Jamaican situation?
No.
So, Don't Call Me White Girl is the first person I heard about it from. Long story short, she went to Jamaica. She did She did one of those little canoe boat. I'm sorry, bamboo boats. And it came. So basically, she got a massage, right? The guy grazed his finger over her lady parts, and he asked her if that was okay. Now, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said something along the terms of like, "Yeah, you good." Like she was okay with it, and then he offered to upgrade the service, if you know what I'm saying. And she didn't go for it. Okay, cool. Now, when I first heard that, I was definitely disturbed. Like, what the freak? Like, obviously, that means they probably do it to everybody. That's really weird. Invasion of privacy, sexual assault, all that. It's all that. Then today I saw a TikTok of a girl who went to Jamaica and had the exact same experience, but she was not okay with it. And she basically was just kind of raising awareness to it. But Damona kind of like blamed the girl, telling her she clout chasing. It was actually really, I could not believe she was saying that. Like telling the girl, like, you should have said something, while you victim blaming. But number one, to me, when you're on vacation, number one, you in a foreign country. Let's be very clear. No matter how close it is to the United States, it's a foreign country. You only there for a certain amount of days. Do you want to cause a scene? And the girl was a solo traveler. So it's an uncomfortable situation. So I thought she did right by kind of raising awareness and telling people what happened, especially to me, because I had just heard about somebody else having an experience, but she really annoyed me with that. Because it could have went way worse. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Now, I would not have gotten such an intimate service offered, especially being solo. And I've heard these stories about people that have gone to other countries and had massages that also turned freaky deaky, and they was okay with it. Don't put your hands on me.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So, in the rainbow community, there are a lot of people who advertise themselves as masseuses, especially on dating apps and stuff like that. So with these massages, and this is what a lot of high profile people get. So they find like muscle gays, or let me not call them muscle gays, muscular guys that like give massages, like really nice looking men that offer that service, and they get it done. And this is what how you say his name?
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. I don't know if you watched Jeff, what's Epstein?
Oh, Jeff. Okay. Yes.
This is what he was doing.
Having those little girls massaging him, or he was massaging them or something like that.
No, they were massaging him. But
Okay,
this is a common thing in Hollywood and just high profile people. But they get a lot of men to do that and women too. Because my barber even in Atlanta was telling me that he goes to a massage parlor that offers that service.
No,
They,
I don't touch me because I have everybody in here upside down walking on their hands for the rest of their life.
so they
Don't touch me. That's why I don't want a massage now because they don't even be feeling right anyway.
They call it happy ending massages.
Now, I know what happy ending is, but do you want to go home to your family? Do you want this day to have a happy ending?
So, I hear that often, but I mean, that's not everybody. Like, I've gotten plenty of massages and it never went there. And it actually felt great. Like I even fell asleep through like 2 of them.
No, what you think happened when you felt? All right.
I hate like I hate people touching me. So I thought that was just gonna be just so terrible. But honestly, I loved getting a massage. But that's insane that people in Jamaica are doing that, and ain't nobody ever said nothing about that. Mind you, I know so many people that have gotten that. And I don't
a lot of people responding to that video said the same thing happened to them. One of my friends who posted a TikTok said that she has a homegirl that actually went out there early, like late last year, and she keep going back. And turns out she done made a little boyfriend out there, and he working in the tourism industry or something like that. And yeah, it's given that. I'm sorry, y'all. That's disgusting. You don't, especially working in tourism, they have a lot of people every single day. And why are you so special that they happen to make this little mistake on you? No offense. Yeah. Not saying that nobody's worthy of being attracted to, but that's filthy disgusting. You don't know what people got. You don't know where they been. And I just don't want no intimate service like a massage anyway. I'm sorry. I would not do that alone. And this is not no fault to the girl necessarily, but I do take steps to make sure to try to make sure I'm not in uncomfortable situations, and something like that to me would be a red flag. I wouldn't, if I went to an island, I would pretty much stay on my resort if I went alone, because I don't know. Anyways, but I just want to ask if you knew about that. People are sick. Unfortunately, it's very common for people to put their hands where they don't belong. And so when I hear these allegations and stuff, it's a shame that people don't believe folks, because I'm like, all of y'all probably don't have this happen to them. Every last one of y'all.
Yeah. It's all good.
But yeah. So anyway, let's wrap this thing up. Just wanted to chit chat with you because we missed the episode last week, and I actually was going to record a solo episode while you were away, but I was so freaking tired from driving across states and just handling business. It's just been too much. And I'm like, honestly, I just got to use this time to get caught up on everything I'm working on.
Yeah. I'm just getting caught up on rest. I'm about to just unpack my bags from the trip, straighten up a little bit. And then I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to try to eat salmon again tonight, y'all. I don't know if I told you this, but I have freaking just lost a love for salmon. I ate it so much. I had bought a piece of salmon from Whole Foods, and I couldn't even swallow it. Mind you, I cooked it so good. And I cooked
some last night, and it was good, but it wasn't like, oh, you got to have salmon again.
So I don't know. I actually think I'm just gonna try a different fish. I'm gonna because I want fish for dinner. I might try that.
I had to get the perfect texture for my salmon. I had to start baking it and then pan searing it, and then it tastes different instead of one over the other.
See, I got a cast iron. I have a cast iron grill for the stove, and that make my salmon. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't keep up with cast iron skillets. I don't be doing something right. My mama's, you could wash it in the dishwasher, leaves with everything, and it wouldn't rust. All mine be rusted, so I'm done with it.
You gotta go oil it. My mom used to.
That's what they say, and that's what I be doing. And then when I cook on it, black stuff be on there. So let's just change the subject because I'm getting triggered.
Okay.
My mama never oiled hers. I'm telling you, she used to put it in the dishwasher and everything.
My mama or her, she just used to take olive oil and put it on the paper towel.
I hear you. Again, I hear you. Okay. Thanks, Shirley. But I want you to know it's not working for me. All right, let's wrap this episode. These airplanes, child, y'all is very loud. Anyway. All right, let's wrap this episode up so I can put this thing at tomorrow. Y'all have a good week. Looking forward to, what this weekend has to bring. Oh my God, these airplanes.
I don't hear them.
I hear them, child. Dang, y'all ain't. All right, y'all. Holla at your girl.
You need some more enthusiasm. I don't like how you say it.
All right, y'all. It's for another episode of OD Podcast. Holla at your girl.
And holla at your twirl.
And your word and your curl and your pearl and your smurl. Yeah. Okay, bye.
And stay in your lane.
Heavy on lane.
Bye.
Bye.